Welcome to another edition of Jive Time Turkeys. I'm at Time Turkeys on Twitter and at Jive Time Turkeys on Instagram. This episode, I'm joined by.
Resident all sports Cleveland fan, your greasy grandpappy.
Well, we'll get to your Cleveland team in a minute. They're actually doing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
But first, wanted to start off with the NBA. NBA started on Tuesday, and we've already had some pretty good games, and we could get we'll get to overreactions in a second. But first, I wanted to jump in. They released the NBA Top 75, and they definitely had some notable, what's the word? Snubs, if you will.
Yep, that's the word.
And trying to pull up the full list. So, yeah, snubs, Walt Bellamy, Grant Hill, Vince Carter, Dwight Howard, Adrian Dantley, Bernard King, Tracy McGrady, Penny, Artis Gilmore, Klay Thompson, Dikembe Mutombo. So for me, I think the most glaring snub to me was Dwight Howard.
Yes, I would have to 100% agree.
Don't get me wrong, no, there was definitely other snubs, but I mean, if you go to the Wikipedia, just to give you an example, the Wikipedia, we know the Wikipedia ain't always on it, but I'm just going to give you what the Wikipedia says for Dwight Howard in their opening paragraph. Dwight Howard is an American-born basketball player for the Los Angeles Lakers of the National Basketball Association. He's an NBA champion, 8-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA honors,
okay,
5-time All-Defensive MVP.
You could have stopped that 8-time All-NBA. You could have stopped right there.
Player of the year.
How many times?
3-time Defensive Player of the Year. 3.
So it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a fluke the first 2 times.
No. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And he's not one of the top 75 players. Come on. That was just his overall. We didn't talk about him taking a Magic team to the NBA Finals.
The
was
Magic.
The centerpiece of that.
Wait a minute. So that was Jameer Nelson. That was Hedo Turkoglu and
Rashard Lewis.
Who was the 2 guard? Oh, Michael Petras. Come on, man. Michael Petras started in an NBA Finals game.
Didn't they have Rafer Austin in there?
He was the 6th man. He was coming off the bench.
Come on, man. Let's get a man his due. I get it. When you think about him as his whole from coming up, you can see why. All right, I get it. He might be a goofy, awkward, 7-foot dude. I can see it.
He's not even 7 feet though.
All right, 6'10", close enough. I mean, how many 7-footers you walk around with to have a perspective?
He's 1 inch taller than LeBron.
Yeah, I don't walk around with 6'10" dudes on a daily. So to me, if you told me they 7 feet, cool. I'm still looking up at all of them. All right, but
nobody thought he was goofy until after that, though. Until had that little ruffle the feathers with Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah, I think your first team covers up a lot for you.
Okay.
I think that was one of those type of deals. He's our superstar. He's producing on the court. We'll just keep getting people who can deal with his goofiness and tell them what they need to when they need to. And then that contract extension came up, and it's really hard for people to talk to other people about their money and how they should act about their money. So that's when the wheels fell off, and from then on, what team is then after the Magic? What team is had his back?
And had his back, they went in the complete opposite direction.
That's what I'm saying. No team has had his back ever since he left the Magic. It's always been the first time something happened, and despite all that, he still produced. He still produced. He's a career double-double.
Even with back injuries and shoulder
injuries.
Tough.
I didn't even go into how many times he's led the league in rebounding. That one, there's really no He came in the league in 04. I think he's the top pick in
Was it 04?
or
Yeah.
05. Might have been 05.
I remember it was an argument. Who do you start your team with, LeBron or Dwight Howard? Like it was a legit argument.
And he's not in the top 75. Like,
Oh man, he is.
So you're telling me James Harden has had a better career? Like, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I guess we need somebody to tell us what the criteria was. Because, like, is it better career? Is it talent?
The criteria didn't change since Steph hit the scene. Obviously, because James Harden, you just I don't know. He shoots a lot of free throws. He makes threes, and
I mean, again,
I ain't gonna slight James like that. He's a baller. But he fills up the stat sheet, so that's what people love about him. So I don't know about him actually carrying a team to the finals. That should be the most important stat.
Yeah, I think we're just being prisoners in the moment with James Harden. Now, don't get me wrong. My position is if James Harden is on the team, then Dwight Howard should be on the team. Like that. So I have no argument against saying like, oh, James Harden is not one of the 75 best players of all time. I'm saying if he is one of the best 75, then Dwight Howard also is one of the best 75 players.
Yeah.
So I mean that we could argue the rest of them at various
you
points.
can argue, and you can also say who you gonna take off. I don't know. I have to admit, it's a lot of players on there. I'm like, who? So I didn't do my research for the 50s and the 60s.
No, I'm just gonna pull up the list. Should be
Man, we got
real easy to be like, you know what? I think this person can go. Okay, I mean, Paul Arzen. I mean, who was that?
Yes, yeah. I don't want to slander anybody because I'm just, I don't know.
So I look at it like this: if we've never heard of them, how can they be one of the top 75? Like we didn't just wake up and become basketball fans yesterday. Like if we've never heard of them.
I apologize. We gotta keep this. Yeah, we gotta keep the train moving. But Steph going off. Steph then lost his mind.
Oh, I forgot that game was on. Ooh.
Steph got 25 points in the first quarter.
We can talk about
they got 50 from the field. 5 for 5 from 3.
It's been a lot of people trying to reclaim their spots and show that they still got it. This first week of the season, like everybody was focusing on Russ not fitting in. I was like, that was more about LeBron and AD saying, yo, we still here. We not playing around. Like that was just last year. Yeah, we got hurt, but like
you gotta pace yourself though, man. First week, you can't just come out like game busters. Like,
I mean, they haven't played again. That was just a first game. I'm just saying, LeBron setting the tone, coming out 6 for 6, 7 for 7, or some shit. Like, that I saw that like, oh, this is that game for them. All right, cool. Like, I mean, they still ended up losing, but like, I wasn't tripping off Russ going 4 for 13. Like, over the long course of the season, Russell will make his money now. Playoffs, that's a different story. Like, he might just have to really just run with the second unit.
Yeah, and go stand in the corner.
But yeah, he's a great cutter. Like he can cut. It's just, bro, you just not gonna have the ball. Like, you just not gonna have the ball.
That's hard. Have we seen him play without the ball before?
Way back early in his career. It's like, tap that now, buddy. That's where you got to go. You got to take it there. Because, you got way too many people who are better at doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
In the crunch time of a game for us to be having you go down and throw up 25-foot bricks. And we've seen that for a couple playoff runs, like not just like it's been multiple playoff runs with that happening. So they got to figure that out. The Suns looked good last night. We'll see how that keeps going because that's interesting because everybody kept asking, like they definitely asked James Jones, like, yo, why didn't the deal with Aiden get done? He was like, maybe we know he's good. We couldn't agree on the years. So
but then they offered him what they offer him 4 years, 120?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he wanted 5 years, 170.
That's the max. That's the max, right? That's
not a max. I thought it was like 200.
Oh, okay.
That's isn't that what
Trae Young?
Not Trae Young. Michael Porter Jr. He got business up as like 200 million. I just saw that.
Right.
So
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Right now, it's not looking like it's affecting anything on the team. I know last week I said it just might, but we'll see about that one. No news on the Brooklyn front. Kyrie's still not vaccinated. Kyrie not playing. They look like they practiced with Kyrie, and now Kyrie isn't there, so they look a little like we got to get used to Kyrie not being there.
Man, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them.
They're gonna be all right.
Milwaukee looks hungry. Milwaukee actually looks like they didn't win the title last year.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's what I'm talking about, man. You better pace yourself. Don't you burn yourself out. It's 82 games.
Gracie, it's one game. Like, it's the first game. Like, come on, man. That's like telling kids not to wear their brand new outfit on the first day of school. Pace yourself. You got 180 days, bro. People, we will get this new fit off on the first day. Think about it. There's like certain days of the NBA calendar where everybody ball out. The first game of the season.
First game, yeah.
The Christmas day. The Christmas day around Christmas.
Yeah.
And
when
then the first game
starts.
The first game after the All-Star break. Like those 3 games, those 3 days you could pencil in like, yo, if we don't see some good basketball, then we go have some questions about some teams. Cause like this is when you're supposed to kick it in the gear, or like you knew this was a big time thing. So I'm not really tripping off of the Stars having good games. Now we come to some random night in November and shit, like some random Tuesday in November, and motherfuckers playing 47 minutes out of 40. Yo, bro, ease up. Ease up, bro. Like, get some of these other people some burn, bro.
Well, all the smack I'm talking, I'm gonna need Steph to play about 45 minutes a night. I need to see how much he gonna score. I need to know.
He not gonna play 45 minutes. First of all, if he continues up this pace, the game not gonna be close enough for Kerr to keep him in the game. Like, it's not gonna be that type of situation. So, I mean, he might get 50, but
he already got 25. So
Eric Bledsoe is back in the Clippers uniform. I thought I went in the time machine.
Did he stop him? Oh, I know he didn't get that. I apologize for being distracted, but it was 4th and inches.
Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah, crushing him though. But so I did briefly want to talk.
We're crushing him with the stats. We only up 10 though.
Bro, it's the Broncos. 10 is like 20.
Yeah.
They scored on one drive the entire game, and they've been. I believe that was their only time crossing the 50 as well.
Yeah.
So it's not really like they filling it up. But I did want to bring up Ben Simmons just because, like, I mean, I've said it before. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what they're doing. Like,
this is not playing out how anybody thought it would.
It seems like no one has a like, oh, if we might have to pivot and do this. No one. It's just like, this is our plan, full speed ahead. And on both sides, it's like, bro.
It's looking like, wait a minute. We had a plan, but we didn't plan for this. So we don't know what to do now.
So we're just going to stick with the original plan. And it's like, but neither side is doing what you thought them to do when you made this plan.
Like, what do you mean he brought a cell phone and kept it in his pocket during practice? That wasn't supposed to be part of the plan.
What do you mean he went on radio and said this can go on for 4 years? 4 years. Like, what do you mean he said that? Like, Like I'm sure Rich Paul heard that and was like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like what? Like, and I'm pretty sure like what I wonder is what Rich Paul thought when he heard like did Ben Simmons call Rich Paul and was like, "Bro, I got kicked out of practice," or, or did Rich Paul find out the same way everybody else found out, which was like through the media,
or did he already know because he had his phone on him?
But that's what I'm saying. He might have his phone on him, but he might not have called. He might have called Rich Paul. He might have just been like, "Shit, I'm going home." Well, you heard they said he went to the strip club. I don't know if that was confirmed.
Oh, I know about that.
A midday trip to the strip club. I mean, if you got sent home from work, I might go to the midday strip club if they just was like, "Yo, go home."
Kicked out of practice. Yeah,
go home. So I ain't tripping off that, but I don't know if he called Rich Paul because I'm pretty sure Rich Paul might have been like, "What? Like, bro, like." Neither side is hoping the situation get resolved, and that's my only thing. Like
I was joking, but they were saying his phone was like lit up, like almost like he was FaceTiming somebody while he was
but see, like that's people sensationalizing the story because if you got an iPhone in the joint, you brush up against it in your pocket, it's gonna look like it's on. Yeah. So like, I wasn't really tripping off that.
I mean, go talk to somebody.
You said what?
Didn't he leave the court and go talk to somebody?
I didn't hear about that.
Nah, I thought he just left the court and went in the locker room.
I mean, it's a mess either way. It's ridiculous.
Well, he went back today, and they said he having back issues, so they working through that, and they supposed to meet tomorrow. So like, I don't know. Like, did you guys? I should have put the link in the production meet, but there's the ESPN Daily podcast. The one on Tuesday came out, and Pablo had on Ramona Shelburne, and she kind of went through the whole saga of this, and it's. I mean, the big pieces you've heard, but like, it's just. I mean, I don't know where they go from here. Like, what do they want to do? Like, if you want to, like, you want back a difference maker, but like, that's a really loose term. Like, you want a difference maker on defense, you want a difference maker in shooting. Like, do you want an all-star difference maker? Like, there's a lot of different levels to that. But just to say this could go on for 4 years is like, no, it can't go on for 4 years. Like, no, it cannot go on for 4 years. That's a ridiculous thing to take. Like, that's ridiculous. But the other reason I brought up the podcast is because on there they Ramona Shelburne kind of said like, or maybe it was on the right time when Bomani was talking to me in the comments, but one of those two actually it was the right time. They're like, yo, the rest of the Sixers don't rock with them either. Like, while it's just saying what everybody else feels.
Yeah.
And like, to me,
you ain't got no friends.
If that is the case, then like, one, why did you not trade him? Like, why did you not trade him? Like, why did you let it come to this point? And then two, like, Ben, you're doing yourself no favors. Like, you already don't have any friends on the team. Like, just get in there and do the drills. Like, it was a defensive drill. So like, that's supposed to be your specialty. Like, he wasn't actually like come in and shoot the three off the pick. Like, you can definitely just come in and do the defensive drills. So, I mean, we'll see where this saga goes tomorrow. I'm sure after that meeting, we'll have some sort of news break about what they're going to do.
They have a game tomorrow, don't they?
Yes, I believe so. So,
second game. Yeah, that's the second game.
Yeah, it's the second game of the season. They won yesterday against
they beat the
Pelicans. It was closer than I expected, though, especially the Pelicans without Zion. So, I mean, we'll see. It's definitely that, like, Ben and Rich Paul know he can't be suspended, like, because he won't get the money. So, they're not trying to get that. So, I don't know. It's going to be a real weird situation in Philadelphia. Real quick before we go into football, the Dodgers are winning at the moment against the Braves.
See, I'm glad Lou here because I forgot we had baseball.
Yeah, they're winning in the top of the eighth. I mean, the Braves are up 3-1. I can definitely say I'm happy about that.
Yeah, the Dodgers won't let them beat them tonight.
Yeah. What I do want to say or kind of talk about on the larger point is like, what happened to starting pitching, man? Like,
somebody messed that up. Was it Kansas City or was it Tampa Bay that messed that up for everybody?
I think it was Kansas. Well, I thought it was Kansas City first.
Kansas City first.
Tampa Bay used to have the arms. They just never re-signed them. And so they usually traded them, but they used to have the starting pitchers. But
so was Kansas City doing that starter by committee? They started that?
They started that when they won their World Series. And now it's just like every fucking other day or some shit. It's like, oh, today's a bullpen day. Bro, what? Even the starters don't even get to go as long. It's like, oh, you hit a little bit of a trouble patch now. We pulling you, bro. It's like, bro, I'm the ace, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm the ace. Like, if we got an offense, then get us out of it. Then y'all do y'all part. Like,
give me a chance to get us out of a jam.
Yeah. In the American League, the Astros won, so they're in the World Series again. What is this? 3 times in 4 years or some shit?
They won today? No, they played tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. They play tomorrow. Wait.
Yeah, I thought they won it last night too, but no, they went up 3-2 last night. I forgot.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, all right, my bad. They play tomorrow. They do, and I just saw the ad for it. It's been a long week. Man. Gotta get to the weekend before I forget too much stuff. Yeah, they play tomorrow night. They're up 3-2 though, going back home. So we'll see what they do. But I told y'all last week, like I was rooting for Houston LA World Series because I think we'll get like a World Series fight. But now I'm more so just if the Dodgers lose and like you can't even say anything. At some point, like you gotta stop talking because like one World Series appearance in 4 years and you've had the biggest payroll all those years. Might just want to keep it down.
They did win the World Series that 1 year.
Yes, that's true. I mean, but you also lost. I take that back. They got there twice.
They lost
to the Astros.
Yeah. So that has an asterisk behind it.
Not to me. If the Astros get there again, I mean, the asterisks get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I guess.
Also, that light that was in center field in the Red Sox stadium, that story quietly went away.
was it aliens?
What do
you want? So, moving into football, the week. What are we on? Week 7? Yeah, week 7 is starting. Week 7. The Browns and the Broncos. The Browns are up 17-14 with 2:28 left in the fourth. They're starting Case Keenum, and Case Keenum's doing Case Keenum things, which is keeping the game close. But he gets you 1 or 2 wins. Like you can't ask him to be a full-time starter, but
no,
he gets you 1 or 2 wins. You said what?
I don't remember him as the Washington quarterback.
How's that possible?
I don't know. I'm like, I know Case Keenum play. I just can't. I can't remember it.
How you pull that off?
So
now the Browns that have so many quarterbacks, it's easy for me to forget. I don't know how you forgot that though.
When was he the quarterback? I don't even know what year. Who did he replace? Because I know he wasn't the starter.
Did he
So
replace
it was one of them
Colt
years.
McCoy?
About to say it was one after them RG 3 years and after
Had to been, yeah.
Cousins left. So he was in that whole Colt McCoy, Case Keenum.
Bro, I do not. I guess I just blanked that shit out of my memory. I really
Yes, you
do not
did. You said that was trauma. That's trauma you just erased from your past.
Sorry.
You was protecting yourself on that one.
I just now call him blame.
Yeah, but what I will say is, man, they showed like the division leaders and everybody's records. Man, this 7th wild card, it's gonna
come down to the last play of the season.
We're gonna be looking at like tiebreakers and like
flipping coins,
and if
how many points y'all scored this season?
Right, if you played on a Tuesday versus a Sunday afternoon, I mean, in AFC, like there's like 16. No, there's 3 teams tied for the 7th spot, and like in the NFC, there's like 5 teams with the winning record, and then after that, it's just like just everybody. Like, all right, I guess they go tell us how they got these 2 teams. Maybe it'll make sense, maybe it won't, but maybe there'll be some more separation as the season goes on. But this any given Sunday thing is real, except if you're the Houston Texans. Like, you got your win playing the Jaguars. I don't think they get another. Like, I don't know. I don't think they get another. But what I did want to see is who's your biggest surprise so far this season, 6 games in?
Cardinals.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I knew they'd be good. I didn't think they'd be ball like this, especially their defense.
Yes. Okay.
But I didn't think about, Vance Joseph.
No, I take that
over there.
For me, it's
good, but surprised. But I'm kind of surprised about the Chiefs
being so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, bad for them. Bad for them. Still got them in the hunt though. Like
bad meaning average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like 1 in 5 and nothing like that. But yeah, you made a good point with the Ravens, especially with all those injuries. Like
coming off the Friday before the season, and you're like, yo, they just lost their starting running back and their all-pro corner on back-to-back plays at practice to the point where coach like, wrap it up, go home, nobody else, and they're still 5-1.
Yeah, Lamar put that cape on for real.
And you could argue that like if the defense had like I think if they stayed true to themselves, they beat the Raiders and they could be undefeated.
It's on you, super nigga.
And he put the cape on.
But even with that, like is he putting the battery in the defense back? Because the defense shouldn't be playing that good either.
Man, that's just Baltimore, man. Like
they don't have any cornerbacks. Like
but here's the thing, like just think about it. And Lou, you could comment on this one. Name a time when Baltimore's defense hasn't been good. Now, the offense generally has been like there have been really bad periods of Baltimore offensively, but they always just bring the defense to the party.
Year back in Baltimore, that was Ray Lewis's rookie year.
Yeah, that was his rookie year.
Yeah, they've never had a bad defense.
Yeah. So like, I think this like it's just ingrained in them. Like, they may take a little bit of time to get used to the system. Like, but those corners, like, suddenly, what's the dude's name? I can't remember his name. He begins with an A. The corner for them.
A?
I don't know. It might not begin with an A. Might just that be his first name. But like, he out there making plays. I don't even know his name right now, but I know he out there making plays. So I mean that's surprising to me. Like just put their the all-pro tackle on IR, which like it's a bad thing, but it's actually like the way their line been looking, it was a good thing because that first game, the dude they got from the Steelers, he was on the other side.
Was it Villanueva?
Yeah, Villanueva. He was on the other side, and it was like, bro, did you forget how to play? They put him on the left side, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah. Now we rocking and rolling. So, I think in their division, I think they might run away with that division now. Like Cincinnati isn't ready to give them a go, but Cincinnati this year is better than everyone else other than the Ravens.
I was going to mention them as a surprise team. I knew they compete, but I didn't think they would be putting together the wins like this.
Yeah, definitely not. I knew getting Burrow a receiver that he was comfortable with, especially coming off the ACL, would kind of accelerate the healing process. And also,
Lamar is great. Lamar is the MVP. Lamar is the best quarterback in the division, but Joe Burrow is a problem, man. A whole problem.
Yeah, I mean these young QBs, man. They say it's a QB league, and
yeah,
they ain't playing.
They come to NFL. NFL like ready. Like I think was kind of surprising as far as the QBs are concerned. You would think Tua would be a shoe-in for the best QBs among him, Jalen, and Mac Jones that played for Alabama, but it looked like Jalen is the best NFL quarterback out of all of them.
So Tua, for me, his circumstances wouldn't have made him the best candidate coming in because he was hurt.
Okay.
So, like, when you get hurt, you got to take some time to mentally come back and be ready. So he's trying to mentally come back from a hip injury, and now you're in the NFL. I knew that was going to take a learning curve. Then you throw in the fact that, like, we don't give QBs time to sit and develop. Like, Patrick Mahomes got to sit a year. We don't do that anymore. So I knew he was going to be not the most ready. Hurts has been the most surprising. I'm not sure I'm ready to give him the thing over Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is shit, man. That though he did against the Cowboys after throwing a pick six.
Yeah.
He let that shit rip, and he had to fit that shit in between the corner and the safety. The corner who just picked him. I was like, oh.
Isn't he probably set a rookie record or something?
Yeah.
What is it, for accuracy?
I think it's for accuracy.
Oh, he's on pace to set the record, I should say.
But he's not.
He's checking down a lot with that accuracy, but I give it to him.
I would give it to him.
He's not playing bad.
He's not dinking and dunking. Like, yes, he's checking down, but like he'll let that shit rip too.
That's more than he's just taking the cop out, as I would say.
Yeah. Because that's what they were me and the kind said on NFL Live, like, yo, Belichick needs to take the chains off and let the car go. Like, no, don't call those routes with multiple checkdowns and everybody within the 10-yard thing. Nah, give them levels and let them go for it. That's what you got Cam, so like let's make it happen.
Curls in one post over top of
right.
Five.
So with Jalen Hurts, I see flashes. I mean, he's just a like, I don't know how to say it. Like, he's a quarterback. Like, he's a quarterback.
He's
an
NFL quarterback. He's a starter.
But he's not going to stand there and just throw the ball. Like, that's not his game. Like, he still got to not necessarily move around and run around, but like movement is a part of it. And that's not to say like, oh, he's more accurate on the run than he is in the pocket, because sometimes he get out there and try to throw on the run and throw a fucking one hopper. Like, I've seen that shit happen. But I just feel like he feels more comfortable in the flow of a game where it's like, all right, I'm out here running, I'm in the joint. All right, I'm out here getting tackled and running somebody over. And then you look up and the motherfucker got 4 touchdowns and you're like, I mean, I haven't seen him like dominate throwing, but he got fucking 4 touchdowns. Like, where did this come from?
2 on the ground, 2 in the air.
Right, 2 on the ground, 2 in the air, and some shit, and you got like 290 yards, and you're like, it's not really a bad day at the office. Like, I've seen worse. So,
yeah.
Let me see. I know the Cowboys are on the bye, so I get to watch freely without any stress on my soul right there, because they on the bye. On top of the division. Oh, I didn't tell y'all that, but who was I? I was talking to one of my coworkers about the Cowboys and Pats, and because they're a Pats fan, and I was like, Cowboys have not had a letdown game, so I think this might be it. And sure enough, like, to me, that game was closer than expected. It didn't need to be an overtime game. But the difference, I think, between this year and previous years is that they pulled it out. So I don't think that would have happened in previous years. So I'm happy about that. But I'm still, I just need to see improvement on defense. That last touchdown pass, the safety should have went and tried to make the tackle. Because you're the last line of defense. Even if he undercuts the route, that's what you're there for. So those breakdowns, we need to shore that up. But I'm liking where we are in the bye, and the rest of the division is not
Now you better like it. I don't think anybody saw them starting like this.
Trash. The rest of the division is trash.
I mean, I wanted to be a bit more diplomatic, but yeah, man. Y'all QBs, yeah. Well, the QB situation is, Taylor's trying, and the defense is not playing up to par.
That's the problem, man. I thought that front four was going to dominate and watch the football team.
Well, I think we underestimated just how hard it is to dominate as a defensive lineman. And so I think for me, what this is doing is illustrating the ones who bring it every year, how good they actually are. Because last year, that front four, there's no denying it. They were studs. And now
the teams are game planning and neutralizing. They're not helping themselves by the way that they're rushing. But teams, they're starting off with the short passing game against them. And then when the corners back up, they play that soft coverage, and then when the corners come up, then they get them over top. And it's like they just got to flip-flop everything. It seems like they're not on the same page.
So
what they call it a defense.
Are they blitzing to help out the
no,
front four?
They're not blitz. They really don't blitz at all.
And so that's my thing. Is this a coach not coming off of his scheme to fit what's happening?
You got to adjust.
And then Landon Collins, having him playing coverage.
Oh,
there's supposed to be a change.
That's a linebacker
change in the next couple of weeks. And he's going to play more of a linebacker role. So we'll see how that goes. And then they're using William Jackson wrong, and then just when you have a man corner and you relegate him to playing mostly zone, it just throws off his whole shit. He's tackling horribly. It's just Kendall Fuller seems to have regressed. I just think they're not using their players in the right way. We'll see.
Yeah, that changing from a man to a zone corner, especially if you're not telling them, checking in with them. It seems like the lack of tackling is because he's just out there fucking bored, not engaged. And it's not paying attention to detail on the tackling because he probably just trying to load up and get the big hits because I ain't doing nothing else. I'm just in the zone.
What's funny that when they signed Josh Norman, it was the opposite. They took
right.
Hope on and had him playing man. It's just like, bro, trying to square peg, round hole. These guys like, nah.
Yeah, you gotta coach to the strength of your personnel. I mean, we've been talking about this for decades, man.
Del Rio.
I don't know how people still haven't learned their lesson.
It's funny. Sometimes, like when I think of Del Rio, I don't know why Bill Romanowski comes to mind, but
They're just some racist linebackers from the '90s. That's all.
Yeah.
So MAGA linebackers from the '90s.
Indeed. So, speaking of the Washington football team, there's breaking news this evening that but Congress is opening up or has an interest in the emails from the investigation or probe that the NFL did into the Washington football team. So I'm not sure if anything comes of it, but if they do get those emails, then
who Bezos rubber elbows with in Congress?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they get those emails, we should probably track like campaign donations from Amazon to whoever's on that committee, and then just look at the hearings and see like how hard that person goes at the team and the NFL. If the NFL decides to say like, hey, no, those emails, like, you can't have them. But the NFL probably wants to keep their exemption, so they probably will be like, you know what, Daniel Snyder? Hey, buddy. Looks like we'll have to have a new owner.
But it's crazy because why he's still there, because he's still making money for the league. It hasn't affected the national brand as of yet. I think they're just going to try to make it so uncomfortable. He's just going to like, I can't take this shit no more. But family, just everybody, just like, this is it. Because
I don't know if that's possible, man. He got some stubborn owners.
He's like, this is more of like, it's a business for him, but it's not. It's like a teenage dream type of thing. Like, I don't know if he just gonna get that up. I think he might have to be told to give that up. It's like he's probably thought of this. Like, he probably has a letter somewhere when he was like 10, 11 years old. I want to own the Washington Redskins. Because, back then that's what it was called. And so, like, now that he has it, I feel like it was a lot for him. I feel like it was a lot for him to give the quote unquote control to his wife. Mm-hmm. I don't think he will take that line down. Like, but that's what I want to see, how far this thing goes with Congress, because it quietly goes away and suddenly he does sell the team, then we know what happened. If it goes all the way to the court, then to me that says like they approached him and he was like, nah, we ain't doing it. Let's go. And then if it goes to court, but then like we don't have nothing come out, then somebody else was like, sorry, Jeff Bezos, too many other owners implicated in this. You just gonna have to sit this one out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for him to just start snitching. Just like, hey, y'all think y'all can do this to me?
650,000 emails. That's crazy.
Yikes! Yeah, like,
and they lying talking about it's like, yeah, it was just Gruden.
That fact figures out to like 120 a day.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what are y'all talking about?
They gotta have like an algorithm for like keyword search or something.
But, I mean, like, no, because we're not sending emails. Like, I feel like in our chat, if we were sending emails, it's
different.
The number of messages would be way less.
Like, I've worked for Chase. I've worked for Wells Fargo. I worked for Citi, and at all of them, they read all our emails. Like, you're not sending out an email without it getting scrubbed by somebody. So I don't know, man. They I don't think this is anything new for them. They just needed it out for some reason. They need to get Gruden out of there. I don't know exactly
I
what
think the
for.
majority email is probably like raunchy shit, but not like
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Crossing the line. I mean, it's kind of like a boys club sort of type of deal.
But,
You know what I
but
mean?
they had the emails when they was with the topless cheerleaders, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that wasn't enough. Then hey, let it fly.
Unfortunately, that was not enough. But I saw an article on 538. I didn't send it, but it said the Raiders were the blackest team in the NFL.
I saw that.
And
The
then John
blackest team
Gruden, the
Before
in
blackest
terms
Gruden
team,
got
of
there.
and then
in
John
terms of
Gruden
the
showed
number
up.
of black players.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Prior to Gruden.
And then Gruden got there, and
Oh. Yeah.
things done changed. Things done changed.
Like what did he say about the punter?
Oh yeah, yeah. He said we want a punter and not somebody dancing or antics or some shit.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. He didn't say nothing about actually punting the ball.
Which my man was leading the league, wasn't he? Wasn't he leading the league punting this shit?
He was like a pro bowler. So
What was that? What's his name? Marquez
Marquez
King.
King.
yeah.
Marquise King or Marquez King. Yeah.
He just didn't like him. He was too flamboyant. He said
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
too much flair or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
This code word for like black person having fun.
Act like you've been here before, nigger.
I haven't been in the NFL before. Like every day I wake up, this shit is a dream that I'm gonna live and enjoy. What do you mean?
And I'm a black punter.
Right, fuck, man. My family is not the Colquitt family. We don't have a family of fucking punters. Okay, it's just me out here.
Like the other team is confused. Like, wait a minute.
Right. It's like, yo, fake. They can ready to fake it, man. They can ready to fake it. They can ready to fake it.
Is that a wide receiver or is that a punter?
It's like, watch for the fake. Watch for the option. Like, nah, bro. I'm just here to kick.
Why y'all punting around a 4.5? What's going on here?
Look, man, I think his coach saw that one Pro Bowl where Sean Taylor, rest in peace, laid that punter out and was like,
yeah.
bro, I got a job for you because teams will be looking for punters to not get laid out anymore. So, yeah, that's all I have for the NFL. It's been kind of a slow week in the NFL. Well, I wouldn't say a slow week. It's been more so the NBA has wrapped up.
It's dominated, yeah. The
So,
Bucks got dogged tonight by the Heat.
Oh, that was the Heat. I mean, that was the Bucks. The Heat was rocking like that. I just saw the block and the three to beat the buzzer.
Yeah, y'all man was balling. He must have been listening to us.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah. Speaking of balling, we talked about Steph Curry, but
what do you got now?
enjoy this.
But the Knicks are winning. I mean, the Clippers are winning.
Cause your man's is balling.
So if the Clippers winning, we might get 100 tonight.
We might. We definitely might. But
Paul George. What y'all mean by 100? I was lost on that.
He had 25 in the first.
Oh yeah. No, he only had 29 and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, so they shut that down. Okay.
Well, he didn't play a lot of the second quarter.
He played the whole first quarter or something? Because that's crazy.
Well, they also was up until like the last 5 minutes or some shit. They was up by like 15. Like I turned it off when it was 60, 61, 46. And I started watching the rest of the football game. So yeah, he probably wasn't playing the last couple minutes of the first half, but he got 28. Paul George got 22. So we might get double 40s tonight, which would be great. So tomorrow we got up the American League Championship Series. Could be the clincher for the Astros. The Red Sox are trying to send it to a game
Pivotal
7.
Game 6. I'm not worried because the Astros can't win at home.
So they say.
Going
Then
back to 2019.
Now they won at home this series already.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just want to talk about the Nats. That's all. World Series.
winner,
all
winner,
that's
chicken
about.
dinner. Winner, chicken dinner. See, Andrew Wiggins is a soccer man. Not really a soccer, but he got a steal, and it was him and Steph by themselves, and he went and dunked it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. You get at the Steph, and then the Steph give it back, then you dunk it. Like, but so that's all I got. Damn, I had somebody I forgot. I forgot my entry for Go Talk at the moment, but if you give me a second, it will come back to me. So if anybody has one, you can feel free to jump in.
Do y'all remember if Bernard King was he top 50?
I think he was in the top 50.
But he's not top 75.
Got pushed out.
Dang.
Bernard, it appears to me that the glaring omissions are guys that had injury history at Dwight Howard. I know I missed it. I came in on the Dwight Howard, but I got back out. But that's
like
what it seems like.
Grant Hill,
Kyrie.
T-Mac.
Well, Kyrie, you could put Kyrie in that number too.
Yep.
Clay, I guess.
Yep.
So I put Kyrie closer to the Dwight Howard side of it than the injury history
recently.
Yeah,
his recent,
I think that is more keeping him off than the injury. Because I honestly think if he was vaccinated and playing, he probably makes it. Like, based on who they put in and like the resumes they let in.
Like Dikembe was top 52, wasn't
he? Yes.
Dikembe was top 50?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, it wasn't. He was there when they got them jackets. I remember
seeing him.
Yeah. So yeah, but that Dwight Howard one, that one was like, whoa. Like,
I think AD makes it in because of the championship.
I mean, which part of the Dwight Howard conversation did you hear?
I really was only in for maybe about 10 seconds of it. I'm trying to think. Were you talking about his shoulders?
Oh.
Okay. So the resume, like, I mean,
8-time All NBA, man.
3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
That's
like,
you just stop it right there. Just stop.
Yeah, it's crazy that he didn't make it. I mean, it really makes no sense. That is definitely personal.
Like, was the unquestioned centerpiece of a finals team. Like, that finals team was built. He made it go. Like, yeah, he wasn't Shaq level offensively, but like the offense was put it into the Dwight and like.
Sure, yeah. If you double team him, pass out for a 3.
And like, if you don't double team him, like you will look up and he might give us 30 and 20, and of course 10 of those rebounds are him rebounding his own miss, but like he got a 30 and 20 game. So
he had a lot of those.
It's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy to hear that he did not make this team. So,
and on top of that 30 and 20, he's going to protect the rim.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't like Ray Allen not making it either.
Yeah.
Say again?
Ray Allen.
You don't like him in there?
Not making it.
Whoa. He didn't
make it? I
don't
think Ray Allen made it. I don't think so. Don't I have to double check, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't like Tracy McGrady not making it.
I was trying to find the top 50 list. What year was that? 96?
90. It was, because Jordan was playing in the All-Star game that year, wasn't he?
Yes, he was there.
I mean, 25 years ago.
Yeah, right? That was 96.
It's 96.
Yeah. Yeah. Vince and T Mac, those are tough omissions. I don't know. As much as I love Carmelo, I don't know if I would pick. That's tough.
He made it.
Yeah, Carmelo made it.
Carmelo made it, and Vince didn't. Wow.
It's tough.
Mm.
I mean, that wasn't the easy thing to do. I'm not even going.
Like
Ray Allen did make it.
I like.
Oh, Ray Allen made it. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
my
Ray
bad.
Allen made it.
But Dame making it over Kyrie was kind
Like,
of.
I'm Team T Mac, but
Dame
like
made it.
I'm gonna fault him for the injuries.
Dame made it.
Wait. Dame Lillard made it, and Dwight Howard didn't.
That's a bit much. That's some.
I can see the injuries with Tracy McGrady,
Yeah.
but those were his Houston years. Those Orlando Magic years, he was out of his mind.
Balling.
Yeah. And he didn't like he had a
Vince's
squad. Like,
longevity.
he had him on his. He was carrying him on his back.
Vince played 20 years. Man. There was just no criteria. They was just like they just picked these players right.
There had to been some shit like how they do the top 100 in NFL, just the consensus. And if you get enough motherfuckers that don't like you or don't value you as much.
Yeah.
Who was on the list? Who was on the selection list? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, that part too. But like people was definitely like there's some people on the list you can come after, and there's some people you can't come after, like Dennis Rodman. Like I saw people on Twitter like, how Dennis Rodman make it? He got no offense. Like tell us you weren't born or you weren't outside while not telling us. Cause like if you think Dennis Rodman don't deserve to be on there, like I don't know what to tell you. Dwight Howard should be on there, but so should Dennis Rodman. Like
Rodman definitely should be on there.
Getting 18 rebounds, like for him getting 0 points and 18 rebounds, yes, that is a fucking great game. Like
and just ridiculous on defense.
Literally can guard 1 through 5. Like
effectively.
Effectively. I was about to say, didn't Shaq say like Rodman gave him the most trouble as a defender?
He said that?
I'm asking. I'm not sure.
I don't recall him saying that. The eye test showed that he did.
So
gave him fits.
That he should be on there, but
he can like absorb him. Like you 7 feet 400 pounds, Rodman 6'8", 220.
Yeah, but Rodman has some of that. Can't go back.
So I apologize. I do not see Dikembe on this list. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't think he was on the top 50 list.
I thought he was, but he wasn't.
Okay. All right. But again, I saw a name on the top 75 that I'm like, bro, I don't even know this dude. Like, I'm also
who's that?
Including Paul Arzini or some shit.
Arizon, yeah. I mean, see, when it goes to that, I guess they had to keep some in from the top 50, some of the quote unquote trailblazers. So
yeah, he's on here.
But who is he?
I do not
even know. Like
I do not see Bernard King though. Yeah, Bernard King didn't make the list.
Bernard King make it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's I mean, they definitely achieved their goal of getting people to talk about it though. So
I mean, just looking at the top 50, I'm like,
one of them Philadelphia Warriors.
Man, what is this? Who's
6'4" Paul, 6'4" small forward.
Damn, a 6'4".
Y'all know who Dolph Shays is?
Yeah, I know Dolph Shays.
Dolph Shays. That's the big man.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Paul Anderson, he averaged, about 25 points a game for his career. 23 points a game for his career. Back then, 23, 9, and
my point was like, we talk about basketball. We consume basketball, and we didn't. I never heard of this brother at all until the top 75 list popped.
Heard of? I mean, yeah, I've heard of him.
Like he don't come up in the lexicon. The Van Gundys don't bring him up. Mark Jackson don't bring him up. Hell, I haven't even heard who Hubie bring him up. And Hubie, see, I was about to make a joke about Hubie Brown, but I'm not going to do it. But
He's still sharp.
But what I was saying was he probably coached him.
I mean, Dame Lillard making the top 75 kind of blows my mind.
Static.
I'm sorry.
Got the kids got their vote too, man.
You guys already know how I feel about small point guards, so you know.
Even Kawhi being in there kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
I would say recency bias.
I mean, they was trying to put him with Jordan, man. They was trying
to. I'm not taking Kawhi over T-Mac or Vince. I'm sorry.
And Kawhi got them rings. That's what's.
Yeah, that's
what's doing it.
How many he got? Two?
Because he's just as injured as they were.
Right.
He got two, right?
He got two. Yeah. Even Giannis being in there kind of, I could look at that kind of.
I mean, yeah.
Like you just got here, man.
He might be not. I could see if I wish they put him in like not ranking order, but like solid, like firm ability in the top 75. So like this player is definitely in, and I feel like Giannis would come in there like in the 70s, which is okay. I mean, again,
it's like
recency
bias.
He
skipped over a lot of people for that, but I mean,
Giannis dropped 50 in the finals in Game 6 to close it out. So that probably boosted him up a little bit more than it should have.
This LeBron James guy, I'm not sure about him.
That's the best you can do.
Who is this guy? Never heard of him. Never heard of the guy.
You talking about Bronny?
No,
just a little bit. You know,
just
to be a sixth man if you really need him to be. So,
I just think they showed a lot of love to the older guys. It's like the older guys and the younger guys, they show a lot of love to. But, I mean, the old guys that they have on the list got busy in their time, so I can't really. I don't know, y'all.
I mean, I only have one person I'm dying on the hill, quote unquote, for. That's Dwight Howard. And like there's a gluttony of people I would, say he could.
Because people say blasphemous stuff like he's not, like people. Why are people questioning like if he's a Hall of Famer? Like he's first ballot. Without a doubt. There's nothing to think about.
Honestly, if he was unanimous, I wouldn't be like, why did they do that? I'd be like, they must have watched him play basketball and dominate.
He should be unanimous.
Like, yeah, that. The thing is, like, how can you question Dwight Howard and then ask, I don't know, who can I think of that's not a Hall of Famer that people think is a Hall of Famer? In a different sport, Matt Ryan. Like, I know we got numbers, but I think they're starting to look at the numbers because we're not about to have 75 wide receivers get inducted into the Hall of Fame every year.
But looking at the list, when we want to talk about injuries, I mean, Bill Walton being on the list, he really only had 2 or 3 Hall of Fame seasons before injuries fucked him up.
I can't remember. Somebody said that he never played in Minnesota. Like somebody from his time was like, damn, I wonder if it was Artis Gilmore. Because I feel like it was somebody who who was not on the list. Was like, how did this motherfucker make the list? For like seasons, he never played in Minnesota because it was too cold. and he was hurt.
Man.
Damn. All right. Yeah, man. Give us those stories. So,
All
but
piss, man.
I'm not
You tripping on Paul?
super mad at that.
I'm just looking at Paul Pierce and I'm like, I think I'm dying on the hill for. I think it's T-Mac who really it bothered me that he's not in there.
Because if you give T-Mac, KG, and Ray Allen, he got some titles.
Paul Pierce every day. I'll probably take Vince over Paul Pierce every day.
Look, T-Mac was dragging Orlando Magic to the playoffs by himself.
Yeah.
If he had one superstar,
who's he dragging?
John
Amici and
Bryson Dele, rest in peace.
Yeah.
who's the slump, the dude, the point guard that dunked? Armstrong, what's his name?
Yeah, Darryl Armstrong.
Yeah.
Asked for a redo in the dunk contest.
and did a layup. Can't do a layup in a dunk contest.
Like George McMichael is on the list, but it's just like,
bro, we don't even.
I'm not
have a lot
gonna
of
say anything
footage of
about
this
that.
guy.
the modern big man, I guess. First big man, quote unquote.
Again, I heard his name before.
The first big man to shoot from the outside.
You talking about George Michael?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think he was like the first like post player. He's like the first
post joint.
First like
okay.
Back to the back post joint. Like, yo, we just gonna give
okay.
it to Big Mike in.
Who am I thinking about?
The shooting big man?
Yeah. Oh man.
I could do.
Yep, that's what I got my M's mixed up. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
He started all that like that. Dirk. I put Carmelo in with. Carmelo. I put KD in with them, even though KD really has guard skills and none of them had guard skills, but just a 7-footers that can shoot like that. So yeah.
No, KD is 101.
Yeah. I'm like, you put George Gervin on the list, but you don't put T-Mac. I'm not saying to take George Gervin off because I love George Gervin, but it's just that just bothers me. Place McGrady.
I think McGrady never made it out the first round or second round.
First round.
Yeah, that might have hurt him.
That speaks to his teammates.
But they don't. They don't look at that. They don't look at that. They're not looking at your teammates.
Bro. I mean, you should, because the fuck
that year T-Mac wasn't on the Rockets that year.
What year?
Our test last year with the Rockets.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think if he did make it out, it was with the Spurs.
Yeah.
But I think when they say that, they talking about in the prime.
Never with the Rockets, really. Ooh.
I don't think so. I think that was Artest and Battier and
Mac wasn't on that. So who was he playing with? He wasn't out.
He was with Yao.
Yep. I mean, Yao was on that team. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I mean, but like looking at the old guys that they have on the list, all of them got busy. Like Dave Cowan got busy. Billy Cunningham got busy. I was like Dave DeBuscher. I think that's some New York bias. I mean, he was on a championship team, so surprised they don't have Phil Jackson on here for them, right?
Yeah, because Lenny Wilkins made it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lenny Wilkins would have made it. Lenny Wilkins used to get busy.
Yeah, he did.
But it's like you'll forget like Lenny Wilkins was a good player. Dave Bing was really good. Who else on here? Earl Monroe. I mean, Earl Monroe.
I'm not gonna say anybody on here is not great. I'm not gonna say that. But we all know Dwight Howard is great. We all know that. Yeah. Everybody know that.
just like who would you take out to put Dwight Howard in?
Man, that I think
Damon.
P got him. I think that what he had like a two. I had to Google him. He had a 2-time scoring title. But I'm like,
Who's that?
okay. Paul a reason, whatever.
Arizona. Yeah.
Again, I would say
Even like Bill Sharman was good. I mean, the guys that they have on here were good at that time. Bob Pettit. Bob Pettit was like the modern, like he was like the first like superstar power forward for Atlanta. It's tough. Maybe Robert Parrish. I'm taking Dwight Howard over Robert Parrish. I'm sorry.
wait, Robert Parrish made it?
Yes.
Robert list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm taking Dwight Howard.
Sorry, Chief. I'm taking Dwight Howard.
God, Chief.
If you want to throw hands, yeah, I'll take Robert. But no, we playing basketball. I'm taking Dwight.
Yep. Taking Dwight Howard.
Real was good.
Yeah, and that's
I mean,
nothing against the Chief.
Yeah.
But he ain't Dwight Howard.
Uzi was good. I might take Dwight Howard over Patrick Ewing. Man. I don't know.
Ooh.
No, man. I don't
Okay,
know.
see, you talking about that New York bias? You better be ready. You better.
Here's what I'll say.
That was a Knicks fan.
I'm a Knicks fan, and it's a lot closer than people think.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer than people think.
I'm just saying,
It's a lot closer than people think.
Don't call up what's his name? Mad Dog. Talking about you gonna take Dwight Howard Ewing. He's
But
gonna
see,
have a
New
problem.
New York has a funny relationship with Pat Ewing. Like some people love him and fight to the death. Other motherfuckers was like, he shouldn't have fucking finger rolled. He should have dunked the ball. Why did he dunk the ball? Like they still haven't forgotten about that. So like,
I mean,
maybe.
even when it happened at the time, I was like that would have even been a difficult dunk. Like I know he got long arms, but
doesn't matter. Make the damn shot. I don't care. Do something like you, bruh. That was for the series. That was for the series.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis needs to be off the list.
So the question is, how many slots can we open up for the people who missed it? Like, how many slots can we open up realistically?
Oh, yeah, because we talking about injuries, right? Yeah, Anthony Davis on the injury list.
Recent bias, man.
Out the first round until just like 2 years ago.
Right.
That's the only time he's been out the first round.
That was Rondo.
No. He was out the first round because he beat Portland one year.
That was with Rondo, right? When Rondo went playoff Rondo.
Yeah, that's right. That's when Rondo and Drew shut down Dame and CJ.
Yeah, I don't know if he went playoff Rondo, but AD did go nuclear that series too.
Mm-hmm.
He did go out there balling that series too. But yeah, so those were the only 2 times he was out the first round.
Dwight been to the finals. He had to go through Cleveland to get to the finals.
Ooh.
You did.
I mean, I'm not saying this no slight on.
I'm fucking with y'all, man. I'm fucking with y'all. He did beat Cleveland, though. That's those facts.
Cleveland won. I think Cleveland won 67 games that year. Regular season game.
It do be facts, though.
Big shot by LeBron too.
That was the absolute worst matchup possible though, because Stan Van Gundy would coach circles around Mac Brown. Like he didn't have a clue, what to do. I remember them drawing up plays with like last second shots.
I'm sorry.
Mike Brown had Ben Wallace on Rashard Lewis on the perimeter. I'm like, man, I'm not an NBA coach. I know this should not be happening. Why are you doing this? Ben Wallace has like a 3-foot radius around the hoop. Like he should not be on the arc.
He was like, he's 6'10", though. Ben gotta guard him. He's 6'10". No, bro.
Man. He had Delonte West guarding Hedo Turkoglu. I'm like, Just go post this man up all game. What are you doing?
Giannis don't deserve to be on this list. Let me close this out because I'm just.
Indeed. So
I mean, people had the same problem with the top 50. Like people was talking about who shouldn't have been on there.
I don't feel like I went this hard, this easy. Like it was just easy to name like 5-6 names. That was like, yeah.
Kawhi's on the bench tonight.
You said who?
Kawhi.
Oh,
I guess he's not. I mean, I wasn't mad about him being in the booth with a fucking torn ACL,
yeah.
ruptured ACL.
I was say maybe he just wanted to go to Oakland for right quick, get a free trip to Oakland.
Yeah.
So
Gary Payton's on the list.
Yeah, he should be. That's wild. He made it. Kemp didn't, but yeah, he should be.
Kemp those Cleveland and Portland years.
You talking
the
about
Orlando years are just
the drinking and buffet years.
They say he was smoking coke too.
I mean,
yeah, I think I heard that rumor too.
I don't think he was the only one, but he just didn't know how to function. He wasn't a functioning addict.
This is true. Well, that is all we have for this week, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Just ended up on functioning addicts. So
I want to shout out to Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill for not making.
Yeah, that's the first. Honestly, the first one I saw, I was like, wait a minute, Grant Hill. I was like, come on. He put in work in Detroit. Come on, y'all 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I saw those two, but I was like, okay. Then I saw Dwight Howard. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I mean, there's gonna be some tough omissions, I guess.
Always.
But that doesn't fall into that. That's like, y'all hate the guy. Like, you guys hate him. You can't. You couldn't have looked at his resume or even watched him play and thought, nah, not one of the top 75. And then look at Dame Lillard's resume and watch Dame Lillard play and be like, yeah, he is one of the top 75 of the players in NBA history. Like
Shaq made the top 50 when he was in the league for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
4 years.
Yeah. So I remember people having problems about that.
But has Shaq been to the finals yet? Or that came out before?
Where the finals in 95.
So Shaq had been to the finals.
Yeah,
so that's to me more defensible than Dame Lillard, who has not been to the finals, and he's been in the league longer than Shaq was at the time.
Kyrie has won the championship. Like that's just
again. If Kyrie was playing, Kyrie would be on the list, I believe.
We know what that is.
Yeah.
That's would you say A-level politics?
A-level politics. Yeah.
So but thank you for tuning in. Make sure you rate, review the show. We definitely appreciate it. But we will check out our IG Live on Sundays. We try to give our NFL picks, but we all fathers and we value our weekend time. So some weekends they just don't happen. But set your alerts, so that when we go on live, you get an alert that we on. Pull up, come watch, get our 6-pack of picks. Check us out, let us know how we do. I will say though, for the record, I'm in 2 pick'em leagues and I'm in first place in both. So
nice.
My picks do be coming true. But other than that, thank you for tuning in, fellas. Thank you for rocking with me. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
Out.